What up, people? I'm gonna play this Legacy. I do have my tickets. I'm gonna play a Legacy 2-man queue. I'm playing some Doomsday. I would play a League, but I don't really feel like getting into it right now because I only have like an hour. So here we go. Let's see what we're up against. I don't think I recognize this person's name, so I don't know what I'm playing against. But I'm on the play, and I would like to play first, so that's generally good. This hand is real good. It doesn't have any protection. It doesn't have a black source, but if I ponder turn 1 and I find a black mana source, it's a turn 2 kill. So if they're not playing something with counter magic, we get to just donkey roll them. So we'll keep. And I'll just basic Island Ponder. And the good thing about this opener is that it could be a lot of decks. Island Ponder could be a lot of different decks. And they're mulling to 5. No, wait. 5. Okay. Yep, keep going. Alright, they keep on 5. So I think I still want to do the Ponder, but there is an argument for running out Probe. No, I don't. I think I just Ponder here. There's a risk that they have they're like a Chalice deck, and they had like unplayable hands, and now they're just gonna Chalice me out. But I wouldn't be able to do anything about that if I probed anyway, so I'm better off just Island Ponder. Try and find some black mana and fucking get them. So we'll just do that. Things are looking good. We'll see what they play. If they look like Plains Mom or something dumb, get them. Polluted Delta. Crack it. What are we gonna see? Okay. Let's see what they do off that Ponder. They chose not to shuffle. I don't think I'm just going to jam it. I'm not under any pressure. So I think I'm better off just keeping... Well, let me think. If I probe... Is there a line? I don't think there's a line that wins me the game. So I'm just going to play the Delta and pass. Next turn I'll draw the last card off Ponder, so a Brainstorm will find me a bunch of new cards. Or all new cards. There is some risk that my Delta gets stifled if they're playing like Rug or something. But they could also be on Storm. Who knows? We'll find out. I'm betting it's Rug. So let's see here. What's this last card? Another fetch land. Alright, so I'm going to probe. I'll see what they're doing. Okay, so this I guess is like Miracles or Miracle Blade maybe. Maybe it's just Blue-White Stoneforge. The real question is, do I keep do I like jam and hope they don't draw Force or whatever they might have off the Brainstorm? Or do I keep going? I guess it depends a lot on what this probe draws me. A Bauble. Well, I don't have to worry about Stifle. I guess I probably Brainstorm here, right? Probably Brainstorm is correct. Because I'd like to find some a discard spell against this deck. Okay, this probably changes things a lot. Because I mean, this is as good as finding another discard spell, right? I'm thinking that I just put, like, maybe put back the Valk and then put the Brainstorm back on top of that and then pass. I'll put the Doomsday back on top of that and pass. And then next turn, I can play both Doomsdays if required. So if they counter one, I can play another. This is only turn 2, right? Oh, this is turn 3. Can I play a third land? Did I blow it? I don't think so. I think that's fine. I think this is still what I want to do. So I'll just pass and wait. Because I got time. Because I'm not really under any pressure. And if they elect to try to counter something after the Doomsday, well, I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Alright, so they cracked that. See, right now I could still be, like, I don't know. They probably are suspecting Storm. I don't think like, if I were Delver or check pile, I probably would have tried to do something. So they fire off their Brainstorm, so they'll have a full grip of unknown cards next turn, but they won't have any, like, surprises. Like, they won't get new cards in the middle of the turn. And I know, I guess I'll know like 3 or 4 of their new cards. Or I won't know that many. They still kept the Mesa. They're pondering now, so one of the new cards they drew was Ponder. So they don't... They're probably trying to find some counter magic. Let's see what they do off this Ponder. Let's see. The brains. Yeah, no, they play their Mesa and their Ponder. It does make me wonder why they didn't crack the Mesa before they pondered. It's a little weird. But they didn't shuffle, so I'm just trying to think of how many potential counterspells they could have. Because that's really the concern here. Is so I want to get a red source for this, because if they counter my LED, I want to still be able to, like, get stuff. So I'm going to just play the LED first. Going to give him as many opportunities to blow it as possible. Then I'm going to play the Bauble. I'd be a little annoyed if they counter this, but they didn't. So now let's play Rain of Filth. This would be a good one to counter, but they don't. So I guess I'll drop the basic island, make a black, play Ritual, and then Doomsday. If they have a counter spell, this is the one they're going to counter. They're tanking for so long that I'm a little worried about them trying to get me by letting Doomsday resolve and then countering the next spell that I play. So I'm definitely going to have a little bit of incentive to, if they do that, I'll have some incentive to make a pass turn pile. Okay, they force it. They have one unknown now, I think, and Jace. And what did they pitch? They pitched a Brainstorm. So they have one unknown, Jace, and Stoneblade, I think. So unless they have Force and another Jace, I think I want to just jam it in here. I think it's my best bet, right? It's the way to do it. Alright, so that one resolved. So is there any way I can like play around anything interesting here? I don't think so. I guess I have some extra mana available, so I could like alright, here's what we're gonna do. We'll just do a storm pile. Fuck the cops. My storm count's so high that 8. Let me think. Maybe I don't even need to cast the Act on Impulse. Like, so if I don't cast the Act on Impulse, because I don't need to. Do I need to? Yes, I do. I only have 5 mana left. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Here's what I'm going to do. Nothing. I'm just going to hide the Lab Maniac, because I don't have enough mana. I won't have enough mana left because I sacked all my lands to like actually try to win with Lab Maniac. I can't put a Doomsday in to like try and like restock with Doomsday and like make a new pile. So my best bet is to just hide Laboratory Maniac and hide the information if that I can. So we'll just cross our fingers. I can at least beat a Spell Pierce here, or a Daze or something. So yeah, here we go. Those are my cards. Maybe I'm not going to bother thinking about it any longer. I don't want to waste too much time. Maybe there's like some fancy pants way to play around something, but I don't think it's worth it. Crack that for red. Draw with Bauble. If they have something fucking dumb like a Stifle, then I get blown out. Alright, it's got to be Flusterstorm. It's the only thing they can have. So Doomsday can make a pretty good bait spell, because I think it's usually correct for the opponent to counter it, but once in a while you get fucked by that. Like, they call your bluff, and it comes back to bite you. Alright, so the real question I want to answer here is, or I guess there's a couple. Are they a Stoneblade deck, or are they Miracles, like Miracle Blade? I guess I should consider them Stoneblade because they played the, or I saw the Stoneforge Mystic. So I definitely want this extra Thoughtseize. I probably want the Rending Volleys because they're likely to bring in like Ethersworn Canist or Meddling Mage or something like that. In worst case, it hits a Stoneforge Mystic or some other threat that they pop down. So the next things to consider are, what am I cutting? And do I bring in Emrakul? If it's Stoneblade, they probably have some Wastelands. I guess I could check that. What do I have up here? Anything that's gonna spook anybody? I hope no one sees my weird history, right? Let's see. Let's look at some Stoneblade decks. I want to just see like blue-eye red Stoneblade. Let's look at that. Well, there's a Karakas in that, but there ain't no what the fuck are they called? Ain't no Wastelands. Jesus Christ. No Wastelands there. Maybe they don't play Wasteland. I thought Stoneblade usually played some Wastelands. Well, I could be dumb and bad. Alright, so that one's got some Wastelands. Right? That one's got a couple. They aren't playing 4 of them. I guess it's a toss-up. I'm going to not bring in Emrakul for now. So, and if I don't see Wasteland next round and I lose, then I'll just bring them in. In this kind of matchup, they're probably going to give us a lot of time, so you could cut a Burning Wish. Although I kind of like having the business, because sometimes like you want to just snap off a quick empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the Preordains, I'm going to cut a Bauble, and we'll just send that in. They're going to give us enough time that the cantrips aren't as good or aren't as needed, because we'll naturally draw more cards. This hand's a little anemic. I'm on the draw. It's maybe a little aggressive to throw this away. If I was playing Emrakul in my deck, this would be a great hand because it has the potential to like just play out your lands, hardcast a Doomsday. And in games 2 and 3, I think the opponent is a lot more likely to try to get you by letting you resolve Doomsday and not, and then try to counter whatever comes after it. I think I'm going to throw this back. They mulligan too, so it's a little bit easier to make that kind of decision. Well, this hand's not spectacular, but I think I got to keep this. We'll get a Scry. That can stay on top. So they got, okay, it looks like they don't have anything this turn. This might be like a turn 2 Ethersworn Canist kind of hand for them. I almost want to just fetch a black mana source and therapy Ethersworn Canist, because I will get locked out kind of badly if I don't. And I'll have time to find more counter or more discard if I do. I don't know about this one. I'm going to do it, but this might be a little a little aggressive. Yeah, YOLO, whatever. It's only like 2 event tickets, right? Only 2 event tickets. Plus, I'll look real smart if this hits. Others, I gotta learn to spell right. Other Storm Canonist. Nothing. Okay, whoa, no lands. Only the spell snare up, huh? Interesting. Alright, so what was that? Brainstorm, Snare, Snapcaster Mage, Stoneforge Mystic, and Shooting Nemesis, I think. Okay. I guess I could click that. Hey, I got it. It's only 5 cards, I should get it. Alright. I'm kind of wishing that I'd brought in, Emrakul. Like, I feel like they just don't have Wasteland. So I'll probably bring that in next time. That's a good way to meme people out of the game. Alright, the old brainstorm with no guarantee of a fetch land. Hope you brainstorm lock yourself, chump. No second land. Alright, so I'm gonna get like 2 free turns here, basically. So I ought to play the bauble. And I ought to ponder. So this ponder is not very good. I think I want to shuffle this. Actually, maybe I don't. Like, there's an argument for not, because they're giving us so much goddamn time. Like, I'm not under any pressure right now. They have nothing. They have nothing to really do to me right now. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm assuming because they had the Arid Mace said that they're Jeskai colors. Yeah, okay, so they gotta ponder, shuffle away their brainstorm crap. I would be very worried if they chose not to shuffle, but maybe that just means that they found a fetch land or something. They just, okay, they shuffle and draw, yeah. And they got a fetch land, even better. Alright, so they're back to having counter magic and stuff up. So I'm just going to play slow here and we'll just grind. I definitely am kind of wishing that I brought in the Emrakul though. Because I don't want to fall too far behind on cards. I'm not going to play anything here. I don't see a reason to. Next turn I'll draw the Brainstorm there, and my Ponder will see, or Brainstorm or whatever I decide to cast, will see all fresh cards. And since I'm not under pressure, it just gets better. And I don't think they're going to do a whole lot. Needle, huh? I don't really want to let them needle anything. like productive. The only useful thing that they can needle really is Conjurer's Bauble or Fetch lands. If they're real bad, they might needle Lion's Eye Diamond. And I think I'd be okay with that. I got a red source for if I ever find a Burning Wish. That's, I think, is pretty obvious. Needle is probably going to name Bauble. I sometimes see people overvalue the baubles. I'm just going to erase all these too because I have no idea what's in their hand now. Okay, they named Polluted Delta. That's pretty good. There's 3 more of those in the deck. And there's like another Mire and a few Misties, I think, left. So that's a little annoying. But again, if they ain't doing anything, then I can just sit on it. And again, I don't actually see a particularly strong reason to cast any cantrips right now. Next turn probably will. But if they're bringing in cards like Pithing Needle, that makes me think they don't really have a good anything to do. What's this going to be? Oh, Snapcaster. There's Snap, a Brainstorm, or something like that. Gotta get a clock down. They gotta force me to do something here. Still, we're in a good spot. We're ahead on cards now. Did they not cast the Brainstorm? Oh, they didn't have mana to do it? Is that what happened? A Relic. Sure. Relic's bad. Relic's no good. So they probably still have Spell Snare. They probably still have a Stoneforge. They might have some more counter magic. I really need to find discard. That would go a long way. Alright, we got a probe now. I think I'm just gonna ponder. I'll hang on to the probe. It's good to have a cheap way to draw into piles. This might be worth my time. So I'll draw the Lion's Eye Diamond. And now I have plenty of mana, so I can probe and see what they have, draw the Ponder, and then ponder past the Act on Impulse. I don't think I'm going to be trying to win this turn, so I'm going to pay mana for the probe, rather than make my clock even smaller, even shorter. Okay, 4 Spell Snare, Stoneforge. That's pretty okay. They will get one extra card with the Relic. But if that's all they've got, then I'm not too concerned about all the counter magic. I just need to find some business, and preferably some discard. Yeah. I really want the discard, so... I actually think that I might end up wanting to cast the Act on Impulse. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, they just fired off the Relic. But I think they're going to be casting the Stoneforge this turn, for sure. It seems really bad not to. Again, I don't think I'm going to cast any spells next turn. We still got time. I want to maximize the power of my Brainstorms. And I want to hang on to this Duress for as long as possible. But I am going to run out of time quickly. So they have 1 mystery card, Spell Snare, and Force of Will. I suppose duressing the Batterskull is an option. Do I duress the Batterskull to buy myself a bunch more time, or do I just try and say fuck it and actually win the game? Do I brainstorm here? Brainstorming here seems bad. The Batterskull's not coming out next turn, probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. We're just gonna pass again. I got tons of cards in my hand, so I can just hold on. I think there's a real possibility that I win next turn. It's not outside the realm of possibility anyway. We'll find out what happens. So now they have 2 mystery cards: Spell Snare, Force of Will, Batterskull. Force of Will, Batterskull, 2 mystery cards, yep. And I'm running out of time. Alright, so I think I just fire off this Act on Impulse. I will get at least one more turn after this. They might counter this. It's a possibility. They let it happen. Labman, Therapy, Duress. Well, those are all pretty good cards. It kind of sucks that the Labman got exiled, but I guess I'm just on the... I guess that just means I'm on a Storm plan. So I'm going to Duress them, and then potentially play a Lotus Petal to make them discard again. They probably flash the Batterskull into play because they won't want it. They let me have Batterskull. Okay. I'm going to take the Force. I don't know why they would let me see the Batterskull. I think I want to play a Petal and Therapy them. Even if they flash the Batterskull into play, that's okay. I am going to get one more turn. I will need somewhat of a high Storm count, but I think that'll be fine. I want to get rid of the Spell Snare now, so if they draw another counterspell, my Duress can take it. Although if they let me resolve... Okay, yeah, here comes the Batterskull. Here comes the skull, as expected. That's fine. Therapy will take your Spell Snare, and then I'll have to try to win next turn. Spell Snare. Alright, so Island and True Name. Let's see. Oops, I sent that. Whatever. Yep, just pass a Rooney. Being able to hit me for lifelink, so they'll hit me for 7. I'll go to 5. My Brainstorm's going to have to hit something good. If it hits a Polluted Delta, that would suck because that won't do anything. And this is my next turn, is my last turn. Ideally, I'll just rip like a Business Spell and kill him. Real easy like. So I have 23, so I'll need 12 Storm for the kill. Which I think will be okay if I find a Business Spell. No Business Spell. So we Brainstorm. And there's a Burning Wish. Alright, I think I just need to think a little bit about this, but I think we'll be okay. I'll put back 1 Burning Wish for sure. And I'll probably put back the Therapy. I'll play the land. Yeah, okay. So, Duress. Take the Force, they drew it. Play the Island, play the Lotus Petal. Burning Wish. Yes, use Burning Wish's ability. For Doomsday, I almost clicked on Tendrils, that would have been really fucking bad. Cast the Doomsday, and our storm count will be plenty high enough here. So I'm going to go down to 2 after this, though, which means I can't cast a Probe, but that's okay. So I'm going to play, I need LED, LED, Wish, Act on Impulse, and then some fucking whatever card. Doesn't matter, we'll make it a Polluted Delta. Just for the Rubbins, even though I don't think they'll ever see it. Alright, done. So Delta on bottom, Burning Wish, LED, LED, Act on Impulse, down to 2, cast the LED, hold priority, that's very important. Hold on a sec. Hold priority, okay, just making sure I did it right. Alright, for blue, play the Brainstorm, crack that for red, and then Brainstorm draws Act on Impulse, put the Lion's Eye Diamonds back, and plenty of Storm. Make some red, make some black, Burning Wish for the Tendrils, and give it to him. And I'm glad I won that game because I did not have much time left on the clock. So it's worth pointing out that there are a couple turns there where I didn't cast cantrips even though I could. When you're not under pressure and you're in a matchup like this where card advantage matters, you should seriously consider whether or not you want to just shoot off cantrips. Cantrip efficiency, I think is the word I want, is very important in this deck because you need to be able to have a cantrip to draw into your Doomsday pile. Most of the time you want to do that. If you have a Bauble on board, you can be a little more fast and loose with your cantrips, and that was the joy of when we had Sensei's Divining Top, because you know, top was like a cantrip every turn and a cantrip to draw into your pile, so it was like card quality and let you be more aggressive with your cantrips. Bauble plays a similar role, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, that's how you do it. Blue decks can be relatively easy to beat if they give you time. Counterspells are not something you fear. Counterspells in a clock can be frightening. Counterspells in discard is frightening. It's really when they're attacking you from 2 angles. That's when games can get tough. If they're just attacking you from 1 angle, not such a big deal. Thanks for watching, sluts.